It's not been a great year. We've had a couple deaths in the family, and they were not good ones, man. I don't want to ever see anybody die, but
I mean,
these were cornerstone people. It wasn't like peripheral,
like pillars. Well, it wasn't like we lost some NPCs, non-playable characters,
right?
Like these pillars of families.
It was a different. It was actually before either one of them passed, but I was riding by a cemetery over here near us, near where we are currently, and I saw a cult out there, or what I believe is a cult, and I only got to see it for 7 seconds as I was doing 100 miles an hour going by there. But
blowing the horn.
There was a group. Everybody was dressed in white robes
or black.
No,
I think there's a name for that.
That's what I thought initially, but it looked more like karate uniforms.
So more like a gi rather than a robe.
Yeah, but some of the women had robes, and the men had karate gis, and
that's weird.
None of them had shoes on.
Cult.
Yeah,
that's how you know. That's one of the signs of you see people out in a group setting.
Yeah,
and they're he's shouting, singing, and there's no shoes to be seen.
Well, there was
or if they got black Nikes on, it could be cult.
Yeah,
Heaven's Gates.
Bingo. And bunk beds as adults.
That should have been like a red flag when they got to the house, and they're like, "All right, where do I sleep at?" And he's like, "Oh, don't you worry, we got you. We got
3 stacked bunk beds.
Yep. We got 6 rooms.
You gonna sleep? I promise.
4 bunk beds in each one. It's gonna be sick.
Put your Nikes on, get in.
You could say this is like a summer camp if you wanted.
Yeah,
you could say that.
But these people were
not coming home though.
They were doing outdoor yoga. Or what looked to be outdoor yoga.
And this was in a graveyard.
Yeah.
Well, that's spirit conjuring if it's in a graveyard.
Yeah.
That's why you don't do yoga in a graveyard.
They were doing they would bow, and then they would raise up, and then they'd bow, and then they'd raise up. They could have been praising.
Here were they doing the little
woo, woo. I didn't hear them making those sounds, but
couldn't hear the horn blowing.
Yeah.
Well, if you had been there, I would imagine the sounds that you would have heard.
So there was a sect of them doing that, and then there was about 7 or 8 that were carrying a not a casket, but like a little gold effigy. You know what I'm talking about? Well, it was like
it was like a casket or something like that.
No, it wasn't quite a casket. It was more like I'm trying to think, like a treasure chest.
That's
what it looked like.
A tote.
Yeah, but they were carrying. It was on sticks, like you see in old movies.
So it made it look more.
And it was in a graveyard,
more valuable. Yeah. I would imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the. What do they call it? What's the thing they've been looking for?
Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what I thought.
If they had it down here, that would blow my mind.
Well,
that's what I thought. I've always thought that thing's been hidden up there in Stump House Tunnel.
It probably is.
It could be.
That's why they stopped.
Got a bunch of cheese
mining.
Piled on top of
it. Put cheese run up so nobody can see it.
Yeah, I forgot they did that. Well, is that cheese loose, you think? You think you could sneak up in there and eat some of that cheese?
Hold on. What cheese are they putting in there?
Clifton University stores their cheese up there to age it.
I got you.
And they roll it. It's in rolls,
Yeah.
And I think it rolls 8 foot high.
Wheels.
It takes 10 people to roll it in there.
Or like a dowel.
Yeah.
It's like a roll of carpet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Somebody just turned it too far one day, plugged up the tunnel. They're like, well, now what? We got to eat our way through this one to get to the rest of it.
Oh, no. You just go to the top and hop down and come out that way.
Yeah.
Push it out.
But they were carrying, so the graveyard here has a retention pond for all the
runoff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Leakage,
drainage,
seepage. Yeah.
And if you got people in the graveyard running off, it ain't good.
So it's a hill that goes down to the pond, and the people were carrying it down this hill. Just
to the pond.
Yeah, kind of. They weren't skipping, but they were looked like they were line dancing on the way down.
Was it more like a line dance or more like a march?
It was 50-50.
Do you feel like if they were out of step, they would have gotten in trouble?
They wouldn't have gotten in trouble, but someone would have been disappointed in them.
I got you. So not necessarily.
So then they get, and this is all happening real fast, you know. So I'm trying to.
It must be because you're going by 100 mile an hour blowing the horn, and you saw all this.
I was trying to take snapshots in my mind, like mental snapshots, so I could remember.
Oh, don't use your phone for that. Though.
I didn't want to do that. So as I'm passing the thing, I can now see them in like my side mirror, and they get down there and they just huck that thing right in the pond. Yeah. And I was like, I don't think they understand where they're at, what they're doing.
Or whose pond that is.
Well, it could have been a totally separate group that was responsible for feeding fish in the pond.
Could have been.
Yep.
Could have been.
Just coincidence that it all happened at the same time.
Or it could have been a water sacrifice.
Could have been that.
Yep.
Definitely could have been that.
Well, if they had walked in the pond with it, that I would have thought it was more like a cult. Because I feel like that would
or
be
if they
unhinged.
walked on the pond with
the pond would have been better.
Yeah.
Now that.
Then you'd probably stop, wouldn't you?
Yes. I ain't got my
Would have
phone.
taken a picture yet.
Yeah. But it was weird to see them because and then I thought, man, that is very strange because I don't know what, unless it was like a request of someone who had passed, like, hey, everybody dress in your karate outfit. And
maybe that was it. Maybe
Could have been Bruce Lee or somebody, you know.
It could have been. It could have been like their dojo master.
Sensei.
Yeah, that's what
Sensei.
it's called.
Yep.
And but I don't know, man. It also could have just been somebody pulling pranks.
Yeah.
In the graveyard.
For like a video, like a hidden camera video show, or like a non-hidden camera video show.
Like a regular camera. You know?
Yeah, like a regular camera show.
Yeah, like just like a normal show.
Yeah.
Like,
but I didn't notice anybody out there, filming or anything.
Of
course, I
well,
didn't.
that makes it more nefarious.
Yeah. Did you know anybody in the group?
I couldn't make out anybody, and a lot of them. No offense to anyone, but a lot of them were off-white.
Mm-hmm.
They were. I couldn't tell like their descent, but they were. Hispanic isn't the right one. They could have been
Hispanic.
They could have been
Spastic,
like
maybe,
Middle
but not
Eastern, or like Far Eastern, or semi-Far Eastern. Mongolia is probably where I would guess.
I gotcha. Not a Western country.
No,
is what you're saying.
Mongolia or the Azores.
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
Something like that. It's just a.
Hey, Lordy.
But they, so I didn't know any of them, or I didn't believe I knew any of them. And once I got past there, I thought that was a cult. Mm-hmm. That was a cult that was happening. And I thought, hey, at least they are not,
out here robbing people.
No, at least they're not all, sitting around going wherever they're going. At least they're one at a time, and
at least they're not all trying to jump in line. Yeah, they're not trying to jump in line and be like, hey, let's all go.
Yeah, but it was weird.
No, that's strange.
And you can see some weird stuff at a funeral.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. For sure. And I don't.
We did. I saw some guy with this funky hat and a mustache you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
I said, what?
I hate people like that.
Me too.
Everybody was like, who's that guy out there waiting to paint? I was like, man.
He's about to paint them clouds.
Yeah, did he bring the newspapers this morning?
And little did they know, I have no creative bone in my body, so it's a finger paint.
Yeah. Finger paint with washable markers.
Yep.
I was thinking it was either that or he rode up on a bicycle and he's got fresh bread. That's what I thought.
Now that
rode up on a Vespa.
Now if we could do that, I would do that.
Yeah,
but we could do
we're not buying a Vespa for you. Just
I'm just saying if
you
guys wanted.
We already in the red, so know that's gonna work out for you.
And that's basically going to be just a you thing. So
well,
enjoy.
I would enjoy it. Man, I had a mini bike when I was a kid. Man, boy, I almost burned my leg off one time. I went around a tree too fast, and it laid down on me, and I had to lay there with the exhaust on my leg for a second.
Yeah.
I think you or one of y'all came out and saved me.
Weird thing was it was
for catching on fire.
So. Yeah, for just laying there. I don't think it would have killed me. It would have definitely hurt me for a while. Really, just the sheer embarrassment of a 10-year-old laying in the yard under his mini bike for 30 minutes.
Is that the mini bike we brought home?
A big 10-year-old
that we brought home in the Tahoe, and you was in there with us, and you never knew it was in there.
Yes,
the same one.
Yes, because if I had known it was in there,
that was
I would have
a
been
stupid child right there. Now,
oh yeah. Well, I was like most children. I was naive, and I was you were like, hey, we're gonna get you a gift, and I was like, what is it? And,
well, most
little
children
did I
grow out
know.
of that when they hit 10,
Well, no, I was like, no, I
they're
need a
8,
mini bike.
then they're naive, and then they're 10. That's how the progression goes.
Well, I've never been on track as far as
You ain't got past that 10
progression.
part yet.
Yeah, as far as mental acuity, physical development, I've never been on track. So,
Listen here, Einstein, don't be dropping words that you think you know what they mean.
oh, dude, I studied for the ACT because I didn't want to take the SAT because it was harder.
I didn't take that one.
And you
I
couldn't
was
spell
like,
it.
I don't want to sat nowhere. I'll take this other one.
I want to go around acting. I'm just going to act like I know what I'm doing.
Well, I
That's
did.
the difference between the test. The SAT, you sit down, you take the test. ACT, you just pretend like you know what
Act
you're doing.
like you do it. That's
I
right.
did well. I
There
did
you go.
well.
Got you into college?
Yeah. And, I managed to get myself out.
Yeah.
What can I say?
You worked your way right out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I did. That's what I tell people sometimes. I'm like, they're like, did you go to college? I'm like, yeah, I graduated. Well, when did you graduate? When I dropped out.
Right.
I was done.
Yeah, I was
done.
done. Yeah, I mean, I didn't need it. So
I went to college. I went one day and figured out that it was too hard to sign up for classes. So I was like, I'm not
If it's hard to
actually-
sign up, the rest of it's
Yeah.
going to be a lot worse.
I'm not actually
I can't
going
even get
to any.
into the
I'm not
class.
going to do well.
Yeah. And no one was helpful about it either. I was like, they were like, what are you here for? I was like, to learn. They were like, well, you got to sign up for something. I'm like, cool. How do I do that? They're like, well, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, you go on this. You go online.
I'm like, I'm in the cafeteria. Can somebody help me?
I went about 3 weeks, and then they come to my room one day and they said, King, you're going to have to go to class. I said, I know. I came here for the women and the beer. I'm not going to no classes. Well, you can't stay. I said, well, bye. And I mean,
That's kind of how it works,
Yeah.
They want you to learn there.
Yeah.
They really
I
just
didn't
want your
no part
money.
of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the key. They don't really care if you learn
Yeah.
as long as you keep coming back and paying money.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't learn a damn thing. So, man,
We agree.
Yeah, well, you're right about that.
But I do have the receipts, or sorry, the loans still. So
That'll pay on every month.
No mercy with those. So
Yeah. It'd be amazing. if
schools
somebody-
for fools. No,
Somebody would like promise to like get rid of all those and then get elected and then do it.
yeah,
Still waiting on that to happen.
yeah, man, that's cool.
But
I keep my.
But I'm going to tell you, I'm for this loan forgiveness, stuff. I mean, because,
Shit.
if they start that, I'm going to send in like my visa bills and my
gonna
rent.
send in all my
I'm
credit cards.
sending all of it in. See how they're forgiving.
Well, I'm gonna be debt free real quick.
I almost send in them all and just write on them, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
You're good.
I didn't
Forgiven.
realize.
I tried for a while, but it ain't working.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to write. My bad.
Yeah.
Just send it in.
Sorry.
They're in a forgiving mood, so why not?
Yeah.
Speaking of forgiveness, dude, cats are not very forgiving animals. And I know you have cats, and I don't want to knock on cats because I know you like them.
Well, you just ignorant.
Well,
Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Since you brought up cats, y'all seen these cats that ain't got no fur on them, and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, hairless cat.
Them, I mean, I wouldn't. That no,
Something
That
ain't right.
no, that thing. No,
I
that
have
looks
cats
like
and I don't
a.
like those.
That looks like it come from the graveyard. I mean, I
Well,
don't,
it looks like it came from, somewhere not of God's creation.
I'm
like some type of alien or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're
I
talking
have
about God
cats.
creating animals. I don't think He
like-
created that animal.
No,
I mean,
that was a.
that was created in
That
the
one
lab.
could have somehow accidentally fell off the assembly line before it got to the let's put hair on stage.
Yep.
Yep.
That's probably what happened.
You know, where the baboon, they said, get the hair off his eye. This one must have got knocked off before it said, what kind of hair we're going to put on this one?
Maybe he's like the generic cat body. Like,
Yeah.
when you start off, hey, this is him.
That's
what do
what
you
it
want?
is.
Calico, straight hair. That's the
He
cat.
just never made it far enough to get his coat of hair. He
Yeah.
jumped off.
Somehow
or
he
fell
got
off.
out, and that was it. Like, there's
Maybe
the
he was-
incomplete one. There's the revised copy.
Maybe he was meant to have hair like a poodle. A cat poodle.
Yeah.
Like a coodle.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I would like
But
that a lot.
or maybe like Earl said, he didn't make it to that stage, or maybe he was like he got to quality assurance and they're like, I don't know about this when they threw it away, but then someone else came along on the second shift
Like,
and
hey,
just passed it.
Yeah, hey,
somebody
what's this?
dropped this one.
Why is this in here? And just brought it out.
Pass it on through, and they're like, what the hell is that?
That doesn't look right. That doesn't look finished.
Where's his fur?
That's not finished.
Yeah.
That's incomplete work.
That's the shift leader of the Angels on first. And he's like, What is that?
Yeah.
God
What's
is
this?
not gonna like
How did
that.
this make this through
Yeah.
quality control? How did
You
it
ain't
get
missed
through?
the boat
Yeah.
on this one.
He got a little stamp on his butt said passed.
Who signed off on this? Gabriel. Go find out who did
Gabriel.
This is not gonna. God's not gonna be happy, dude.
No.
When the big guy finds out about this, it's gonna be bad.
Not
Yeah,
gonna
somebody's
be good.
heads are
Somebody
gonna
have
roll.
to pay.
Yeah.
Heads are gonna roll.
But it got through. But I was thinking, dude, the cats. What was I thinking about? Oh, cats and dogs are different. What were we talking about? Forgiveness? Yeah. Cats are not very forgiving.
We were talking
Nah.
about forgetfulness.
A cat will hold a grudge.
Well,
A cat will hold a grudge.
cats and dogs are different. So I know you love cats. I don't hate cats, but I also don't like them.
Well, you just like I
But-
said, you're ignorant.
Cats and dogs are different, obviously. Dogs are very excited to see you every time they see you, except for like Skillet. He's only excited sometimes.
Yeah, well, the dog. I think dogs, their purpose, like their designated purpose, at one point was to do stuff, and then now they've been domesticated. So their sole purpose in life is their owner. You know, like, hey, when you're here, I'm on. You know, I'm your dog. Like, I want you to notice me.
Right.
Dog loves you more than you love yourself.
Yeah.
He does.
Oh,
You know,
no doubt about that.
you can beat his
myself.
butt for crapping on the floor, and 5 minutes later, he's just wagging his tail at you, smiling at you like, hey.
Hey,
Yeah.
I love you.
But cats are, so dogs do that. When you come home, dogs are real excited to see you. Like, hey, man, what
Meet
happened?
you,
How was your day?
meet you at the door. That's right.
Yeah.
How's your
Well,
day?
it's like,
What you
yeah,
been up
it's like
to?
they snorted, a little bit of, took a, an Adderall, grinded it
Yeah.
up and,
But
snorted
now a
it
cat,
beforehand.
cat will hide on top of the refrigerator and wait for you to come in there and jump on your head.
Yeah.
You know, you can't trust a cat.
When you come home to a cat, now you can attest to this because you have them. But dogs are real eager. Like, hey, man, how you doing? I'm glad to see you. I love you.
I love you. Want to make sure your day was all right.
When you come home to a cat, the cat will see you walk in the door and go, bitch.
Some bitch come back.
And then walk off and do his own thing. And then later
he comes.
He's
on,
back again.
if you have something that you sit on a table, a dog will sniff it and kind of look at it, maybe nose it a little bit. A cat will walk up there and go
Knock it off. Just, I don't need this.
right off.
It's true.
Cats are just cats are
Arrogant.
yeah, but they're also egregious. Is that the right word? No, cats are. What's the word for cats? Cats are little bitches.
Oh, that word.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
And again,
I see that.
I know you love cats. I'm not knocking them. I don't hate them, but I also don't like them. But
Well, I mean,
there's a very distinct difference.
We're not
in the
knocking
two.
them. I mean, calling them bitches is kind of knocking them.
But dogs are bitches too, like female dogs.
Well, yeah, but nah. I mean, I get where you're coming from
Yeah.
because I was the same way,
Yeah.
ignorant.
But now playful.
Because
They'll
I
be
had-
playful with you.
Because I had
Can't let go of that word.
I had a I love dogs. I like dogs. We've always had dogs growing up. Always had a family dog, so I like dogs. I'm
In
a
your
dog
heart of
fan.
hearts, do you love dogs a little more than you love cats?
Just a little.
No, man. Not my two cats. The reason being is I think we have some outlier cats. We have some cats that are more so.
One of them outlies on the floor all the time. He's fat as shit.
Yep, that's Cal. She's fat. But both of our cats are more like dogs.
Okay.
Because they meet me at the door.
Well,
They come to the
fed
door
and
when
that's what-
when we come home. They come
Okay.
to the door. They're not as excited, but they're just
They're there.
They're like,
They want something though.
yeah,
They're like, hey, you're here. Now what?
yeah, food. That's
Yeah.
normally what it is with Cal. But like Cookie will, she's the same way. She's like more like a dog because like you have food with a dog, to go sniff it. The other day we got, I forgot where we got. It was I had like a Cuban sandwich or something.
Yeah.
And I left it sitting out to go to the bathroom. Well, I came back and Cookie was eating it.
That's what you don't. You can't.
Well, and she's more
can't
like a
trust
dog,
them.
so that's why
You can't trust a
I
cat.
get cats. I get the not liking of cats.
Yeah.
Just because they are. I mean, the cats are more arrogant. They're more. They don't need you for shit. They give
sneaky,
you that
sneaky,
attitude. That's
you
how
know.
they make you feel as an
Yeah.
owner. They're like, look, if I
I'm
wasn't
fine
here, I'd
without
be
you.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
you could
take
let
you
me
or leave you.
You could
I'm
let me
good.
outside right now, and I'd be fine.
Yeah.
But they love you. So yeah, I mean, I like cats more.
I think they
more so
love
because
you
I had
until
to.
they don't need you anymore.
which is day 2. So
yeah. Well, no, they don't need. I mean, they don't really need you anytime other than to feed them. That's when they're really, really kind.
now, are
Sounds
your
like you're
cats
selling
your
them.
cats Himalayan cats, or what? Or what are they?
One of them looks like she could be. She's more like a what is it? A minx? Is that a thing? Like a
Yes, what you're
minx.
wearing.
She's more like a minx. She got long hair. Looks like she belongs in the mountains. Some snowy mountains. And then the other one looks, just like a small ottoman.
Oh, so neither one of them's Himalayans.
I don't know what that is.
Himalayan.
I know what Himalayan is. I have that salt, but not my cat.
Himalayans. That's when you find Himalayan out in the road or something. And
Oh
just
no,
bring
I
him home.
haven't. No, that's why I don't let them outside.
Yeah, one of them's a hurricane.
Yeah,
'Cause she
her
be
laying
laying.
in the floor.
Her laying in the way,
Yeah,
or laying in front of her food.
yeah.
See, that's
So, man-
that to me that's the problem with cats is because I can look at a cat. I don't know what kind of cat that is. But now you look at my dog, you know what kind of dog he is. Or a neighbor's dog, you know what kind of dogs they are.
Yeah.
Can't do that with a cat.
No,
Again,
cats,
that's that sneaky part in them.
How many different varieties of cats are there?
Probably like 74. Nah,
Probably
probably
like
more.
1,000.
Well, I was gonna say, house cats probably like 74.
I was gonna say like
cats,
five. Or
cats in
five.
general. Yeah, well, tiger's a cat. A
No,
lion's a
I
cat,
just mean like household cats.
I think
Or how many different? Because you can get. I know of probably 74, like you said.
like house cats.
No, dog breeds.
Oh.
But I only know of like indoor cats and outdoor. There's only 2 types of cats: indoors and outdoors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
I would agree with that. It's too hard to figure out because they are. I mean,
How do you check them? Like you lift up their tail or
no, I don't do that.
open their mouth, look in their throat?
I don't.
When it's not like each different breed of cat has some unique attribute, like
Okay.
They're all
some
more
dogs
similar.
are hunting dogs and some
Yeah.
are, cattle dog, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Their
cats,
aesthetic
you-
doesn't
There might be
change
74
between-
breeds, but they all do the same damn thing.
Yeah.
They don't hunt.
They don't
Smug.
hunt.
They don't chase
herd
cattle.
cow. Well, now Walter on the Chevrolet commercial. Now Walter, he'll herd cow.
Yeah, I forgot about them.
Well, I think a cat's good for like keeping rats away, and for if you had someone who had like a pet bird that you didn't want them to have no more, like a neighbor.
Yeah, I could let my cat loose.
Just
in
squawking
house
all
and,
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could
And,
send Cookie on a mission. And
Yeah.
She would love that because she's like a little assassin anyway. So
Yeah,
that would be perfect.
and then cats are also good for being mischievous.
Yeah.
They're also good for playing hide and seek. They're good at that.
Real good.
And cats are
Sometimes
also
I don't see Cat for like 3-4 days.
yeah,
She
which is
doesn't-
tough because it's the big one.
Yeah, she doesn't want to see me, I think.
Yeah, and she also doesn't want you. She's really embarrassed. She needs to sign up at Curves.
Mm-hmm. She does.
And but cats are also good for. Can you milk a cat?
I haven't tried.
Yet. Keyword being yet.
I don't want to milk my cats.
Well,
I don't want to do that.
we'll
What was
figure
you
out-
going to do with that cat milk since you asked him that?
Well, I figured they would. If cats could be milked, they have to be milked. You could milk them.
Well, yeah, I mean they have. Yeah, they produce milk. I think for their offspring.
But they could be what is it? Self starter? No,
What?
like when it's something that can rely on itself.
Sufficient.
Yeah, it can be self-efficient and
Efficient.
Self-efficient.
yeah,
Going out there by yourself.
yeah, and basically just it would have to have something to eat. It could drink its own milk.
Are you thinking cats are asexual? Is that where this is
That's
going?
what I'm getting
Is that
at.
where this is going?
Yeah, if there's a mascot for the new community that's evolving,
Yeah.
cats are it. Yeah, because they are. Who knows what a cat
man,
is?
I
dude.
don't want to. No, don't do that to cats.
We have gone way out into left field here.
Anyway, we were. What were we doing?
We were talking.
We were doing a podcast to this point.
Oh, is that what we fucking...
No, I was thinking about something the other day.
Which drug you down. You couldn't even go to work, could you?
No,
But you could poop. You thought,
and
then.
I did.
And
I
you,
did
You
poop.
thought then.
I went through Burger King and
For what?
get a
Nothing else was
hamburger.
open? Huh?
Well, I mean, Burger King is okay once or twice a year.
No, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Burger King is probably in my top 3 of fast food places that I'll take a risk on because it's normally okay. They have a good burger.
Oh, yeah.
They have a good burger.
Yeah.
You know?
But if you're getting anything other than a burger at Burger King, you are running a risk.
Well, yeah, you kind of get what you got. You know, you get.
But you go to Burger King and order chicken.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
It's like getting tacos at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
Probably not going to work out well for
Or
you.
chicken wings at Taco Bell. They have those. Also,
I would
that's a
get
thing.
tacos at Chick-fil-A just because I trust Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
but I do not trust Taco Bell.
No.
But I
with
went through
anything
Burger
other than
King
tacos.
to get a cheeseburger, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled up to the drive-thru and I said, "Hey," I mean, I didn't say, "Hey," I was looking at the menu because I knew what I wanted, but I was looking at it. And the lady was like, "What can I get for you?" And I was like, "Can I get a double cheeseburger?" I was getting a double. I was just kidding. I'm getting a double.
We kind of thought that, but nobody was
Probably
going
some
to say
Yeah,
bacon
we
on
were
there,
thinking to
too.
ourselves, what's he getting? He's getting a
said,
double
"Can
cheeseburger, 2 fries, Coke, and a milkshake.
Can I get a double
Just onion
cheeseburger
rings.
and a medium Dr. Pepper? You're going to have to speak up. I can't hear you. Can I get a double, spoke up.
Yeah.
Then she doesn't say anything. And I was like,
So that's when I said, you got to speak up. I can't hear you.
And I sat there. And then she said, "Are you going to order?" I said, "That's 2. That's 2.
You know
give
what?
you
One
3.
more and you're done.
You know what? I'm not.
And
So think about it.
I repeated my order, and she said, "I still can't hear you. You're going to have to speak up." So I said, "Nah." Pulled to the window. She opened the window. She said, "I can't hear what you're saying." I said, "Ma'am, are you retarded?
Yeah.
I'm out here shouting at a damn speaker." She said, "I can't hear you." And people are beating. They're like, it's like they have a damn full orchestra of people just whacking pans with spatulas and people beating the shit out. And there's nobody there. I'm the only person in the drive-thru. Nobody's inside, and they are losing their mind, just beating pans and making all kind of noise. So this is why you can't hear me.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Got the pot and pan symphony in the
She
background.
said they're mixing
man.
up the Impossible Whoppers. I was like, oh. All right, well, I'm out.
Hey,
So I left.
putting some soy in there.
I went to Taco Bell and got chicken wings. I didn't really go to Taco Bell. But we did go to a place that has good wings.
Yes.
They have 100 flavors
Yep.
of wings.
Too many to choose from.
Yeah.
So many they have a second little menu down there. It's like traditional
mini
sauces.
Yeah.
They're like normal sauces.
A mini menu.
It's like if you can't pick from these 100, pick from these 12 that are normal.
Yeah. And they're like hot, mild, honey barbecue,
Yeah.
honey mustard, and that's it.
And they had on the 100 menu, they had mild honey sweet barbecue,
Yeah.
hot honey sweet barbecue.
Plum loving barbecue.
Yeah.
It was they
Some
had
that I never even heard of.
Lowry's.
Never even,
Yeah, Lowry's rub. They're
Yeah.
just like, yeah, we'll put seasoned salt on it.
Old Bay seasoning. Like, it's not.
Well, we went to Dakota Grill last night.
Oh, hell yeah.
That sounds good.
We who? You and a date or?
Yeah, I had a date with Tim Woodall and his wife.
Oh, I got you.
Anyway, I ordered the filet mignon.
Amen.
I was ready for me a big old steak, baked tater, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a man right
You know
there.
how many filet mignons they brought me on my plate?
2,
No.
4.
No.
Pay for
None.
one.
3.
3.
Damn.
What?
My reaction exactly.
Yeah, what am I going to do with these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's these other 2?
Well, I'm
I'm not paying for these. Not
I
paying
paid.
for these.
Well, actually, I didn't pay for them. Tim and Renee bought my supper. But why they put 3 steaks on my plate? I don't know if that's normal.
Did you get a side?
It is.
Did you
Baked
put 2 of them
tater?
in your pocket?
But yeah, about 2 of them.
Yeah, it is because how big were the steaks
Oh, they were a meal size each.
and how thick were they? Yeah, that's the thing. Their steaks. It's a great place to go if you want steak
Yeah.
because they
It
load
was
you up.
good too. I mean,
Their fillet's about that thick. So what they do is they butterfly it twice. And they cut it in, but they're not doing a good job at it because they just cut it into 3 steaks.
Mm-hmm.
And then It is, and it was good, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was good, but there was way more than I can eat.
Which means for us, it's going to be just about right.
Yes. We probably don't need a side. It'll be fine.
But yeah, I do enjoy that. But every time I go by there, they're like, "We're closed for the season." I'm like,
but
"What
they opened
season?"
up apparently January the 1st or 2nd or whatever the first day of business.
Now, where's
So-
that at?
Right at the foot of the mountain, right past the last
yeah,
chance,
yeah.
right before you go up the mountain.
I got you.
Right out to Walhalla and start going up. Right out there on the left. Now parking is a little sumbitch if there's more than 3 cars there.
Yeah,
But it's
but
it's
it was good. I liked it. The only problem I saw was that they only got one waitress.
Yep.
I mean, she's the drink getter, waitress, maitre d',
Yep.
cash register. She does it all.
Can't find good
So
work.
you better go early, I guess.
Yeah.
Are they open
Can't
now?
find good work these days.
Now your filet was probably in the range of $20 to $30.
Well, I don't know because I didn't pay for it.
Okay.
So I think you're right. I think it was $31 or $33.
But that's, you break that down, that's $10 for a filet.
Yeah, it's $10 a meal because I've got 2 more steaks at the house.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I know one of them I'll probably be able to cut in half and get 2 meals out of it. So all this coming week, every other night, I'm going to have steak.
Filet
Steak dinner.
mignon.
Throw me a handful of French fries in the little GoDaddy cooker,
There
and
you go.
I'm going to be styling,
Cooking
baby.
it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so if anybody wants steak, come to Walhalla.
Yep.
Which is weird to
Dakota
say.
Grill.
Or
Shout
come
out
by
to
Earl's
Dakota
house.
Grill.
But-
up
Yeah,
on
or
the
come to the
mountain.
house. Yeah, we'll bust them out and have
Hey
one.
man, we all about supporting local businesses.
But don't go to the steakhouse because you're not going to get what you
well, there's
expect.
not,
You're not
a
gonna
piece
get
of
steak.
steak at all there.
No,
they
it's,
have small Arabian roosters that are very good though.
Yeah,
Shout out to them.
they are pretty good.
Yeah,
I hate that place.
yeah. Sorry.
I mean, it's egregious, is what it is. It is. You go in there and they fry chicken very well,
Yep.
and they'll make some. What is it? Maybe
Sides.
no.
And that
stewed
chicken,
meat.
the chicken breast you get is about as big as your head. I mean,
Yeah.
so I mean,
Yeah,
it's
a mouthful of chicken.
yeah,
But
it's like
all
a
the other
peacock, I
shit-
guess.
They open up a can and put it in a warmer. Like you're not cooking. That's not.
That's
you're
not cooked. You
doing
can't
it.
salt and pepper something and say cooked.
Right. So I'm not a fan of. Now you like the meat in 3 places.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't.
Except
I
that
think
one in
it's a general-
Spartanburg. I don't
think it's a
go
general-
there
Don't
anymore.
go there no
Well, that's
more.
a diner. That's a separate thing.
Right.
But
Well, you're right. That's a diner. That's you right. That's a separate thing.
Josh is right though. It's a generational thing because Sunday dinner or supper or whatever y'all called it was a thing. Like it was a you was getting around the table and you was eating, and your mama or your grandma or whoever was cooking a big
greens, beans, potatoes,
meal. Tomatoes, lambs, rams,
Rams.
hogs,
Hogs.
dogs. Yeah,
Probably would have had all that
yeah,
minus the meats.
yeah.
Probably had
And-
like some chicken. or
But
something.
nowadays they still thrive because people from a earlier generation love them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're getting real sloppy because you can go to Walmart and get a 744 quart can of
green beans.
and put them in a sheet pan. You know, it looks like a little casket.
Yep.
Put them on 2 burners and say, "Here we go. Now we got one side."
Yes,
Cook
green
your
bean
side.
souffle.
So since y'all brought up diners and meat threes and stuff like that, week 4 last I had to go to Spartanburg late.
No.
So I didn't get on 85 till about 4:30 or something.
Uh-oh.
And I go and I said, well, Tracy's asleep. I'm gonna grab me a little something to eat. And I went by the diner and I said, no, I ain't going. But I did, and I pulled in there. But the good thing about it, there wasn't nobody in there.
Okay.
Nobody. Well, old man and woman. I mean, they had to be in their 80s back there on. So I eased up to the bar, and it was right in front of their table, and ordered me some coffee and pie. And anyway,
Coffee and pie.
yeah, well, I heard them talking. And from what I can gather with them talking, this is where they met 60 years ago, and this is where they come and had their first meal together, and this and that and other 60 years ago. And, and I'm drinking my coffee, eating my pie, listening to them, and, they reminiscing about, this place and what they ate back then and all that. And then it got a little... weird's not the right word. It's just a little, made me a little uneasy because the man asked the woman, said, you remember, we got through and, we went out back. She said, I remember. And she said, you remember that fence? And she said, yeah, I remember. She said, you remember what we did and how much fun we had and, on that fence? And she said, oh, yeah, I remember. And the old man said, well, you want to do that again? She said, I think I do. Ugh. Now, listen, I'm sitting there eating my coffee, drinking my coffee, eating my pie, and they leave. They pay and leave, and they do. They go around back. I said, oh, my goodness.
But you had to go see them.
Well, these people 80 years old, so I got thinking something could happen to them old folks.
You was checking on their well-being.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I got through eating my pie and drinking my coffee, and I said, well, I'm just going to check on them, make sure they're alive. Ain't nothing's happened to them. And sure enough, I peek around the corner there, and they are. They own that fence back there, and they like a couple teenagers. They going at it hard and heavy. On the fence, in the fence, under the fence, all over the fence, I'm thinking, holy cow, 80 years old, look like a couple of teenagers out there. Well, in a few minutes, both of them fell back in the grass. I said, oh, my God, they're going to have a heart attack or something. So I went out there. I said,
they're dead.
Hey, y'all okay? He said, yeah, we okay. I said, well, all right. I said, but I'm going to tell you something. Y'all like a couple of teenagers. How old are y'all? He said, 80. We in our 80. I said, y'all like a couple of teenagers. He said, yeah. I said, good for you. Y'all good. I said, but how do you get all the energy and everything? He said, well, listen, 60 years ago, that fence wasn't electric. Well, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
So I left the diner, and I hadn't been back yet.
Hadn't been
There
back
you go.
now.
Yeah.
I'm be honest with you, I wouldn't go
I'm
back.
afraid to pull in.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
It's like that diner in that TV show 11/22/63. It'll take you back in time. I bet you could find a damn bathroom stall.
11/22/63.
that's the name of the TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Or the diner.
It's a series. Yeah, it's a series about a JFK.
Oh.
It's good. You should watch it if you haven't. But
Should have came up with a better name than just a bunch of numbers.
That's a date.
Yeah.
Really? Says the guy who loved the series called what? When you were early adolescent.
210.
You love numbers. You love the series Numbers.
Well, I had to. That's all we watched in that one class.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I
do like numbers.
They
but
did a thing with numbers, and you like a series called Numbers.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. My bad. I was wondering when them little hands were gonna make a reappearance.
Oh, dude! I
he's
saw
been doing them over there.
Yeah,
Wow.
I saw it over there. While you were talking earlier, I had
He
him
was
out.
doing the barbecue sauce with it.
Yeah.
Got 100 barbecues, 100 honey mustards, tiny hand. No.
Maybe we need to do a like a short series of videos with you painting with those little, like Bob Ross,
That would be fun.
but with you with those little hands painting,
Dude, I could get
painting with those little hands.
Dude,
Oh yeah, he could put that wig on over there and put his hat back on.
Yeah.
that's what we need to do. Except at the end, I need to start doing like a painting that we see, and there's like a really good version of it, and I need to start doing it similar to it. And then at the end, it's like, this is what it was.
Yeah.
That's it. Little Van Gogh over there. Little
hand Van Gogh.
Little hand Van Gogh. Little Van Gogh.
Well, I know what we're doing next week.
Finger painting with Josh.
Yeah.
Who knew it would have came to this?
This
Might be it. This.
My question is, would this be our high or our low?
What do you think? Yeah.
You know what I'm
Probably
saying.
gonna be the high.
You know what I'm saying.
And hell, this might be what it takes to get us back into black.
Yeah.
Dude, if Little Hands did it, you'd blow my mind, boy.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Yeah. Have you seen those people who have Jeeps? They always wave.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Jeep Wave, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and they're always like,
Yeah, Jeep literally made a add-on service when you buy a Jeep. They're like, you're a part of the Jeep Wave program now.
you have to wave.
Yep, and if you don't, cut off your 2 fingers.
Bingo. But they've made a what is
Bye-bye.
a fake hand called? Like a replacement hand, like
foam?
a backup hand.
Foam fingers.
Fake hand.
Yeah, but what is it? It's like a medical term.
Prosthetic.
Prosthesis.
Yes. a pathetic hand, and it just sits on your dash like this.
Well, it don't sit on your dash; it sits on your steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it clips to your steering wheel, and it's got that little.
It's just all the time.
Yeah, all the time. It's on there all the time.
You never miss a Jeep wave.
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm gonna get one of those and put it in my truck, and then wreck, and then blame it on that.
Yeah. It was this hand that did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't driving.
No, it was the hand got. There was a damn lucid squirrel got in the road and was trying to figure out his life, and I wanted to avoid him. Or I had to avoid him.
Yeah, I couldn't take his life.
No. And this little Jeep hand got in my way, and I wrecked my truck into a herd
Squirrel.
of cattle.
I couldn't turn.
I killed 11 cows trying to save that one squirrel. You know.
Net positive.
Luckily, Dakota Grill has plenty of steak now. So
Then I picked one cow and there's a man on a bicycle under him.
I saw a cow the other day that really changed my life for the better, I think. He was...
Did it make you want to
Motivational
eat
cow.
more of,
Yeah.
him? His people?
He made me think of... so he's in a fence, luckily. But there's a bunch of other cows, and this one cow is just kind of off by himself.
Contemplating life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was... there was a power pole in the fence, and the what is it called? The guideline? Or the
Guide wire.
Guide wire. Close. Was going to the ground,
I'm impressed.
and this cow was just over there near it and just scratching his face on it, getting a nice little massage.
Yeah, nice little
I
scratch
thought-
that itch.
This cow right here got something going on, and he was real fuzzy or like furry. He had a lot of hair.
Like a
Cool.
what are those? What?
Dyson.
What are
Yeah.
the ones? The cattle in Japan? The Earl, the
Those Japanese
cattle. The Japanese cattle. It's like they're the furry ones. They look like yaks, but they're not.
What?
What's
Buffalo.
What's a yak?
a yak's a form of cow.
A former cow.
I thought a yak was a cross between like a reindeer and a moose.
And a cow.
And a cow?
Yep.
Pervert.
You can't
This-
find them.
This cow was doing his own thing, scratching his face on the guide wire, and then I was like, man, he got something going on. He's figured it out. All these other cows over there itching. Mm-hmm. This one found a way to scratch, and I thought, this is a smart cow. And then as I was at a stop sign, and as I rode on, he started licking the guide wire, and I said, he's not going to make it.
Yeah, easy.
After a while, I thought you was about to question and challenge my theory of the lack of evolution.
Yeah.
You
Well,
was headed down an evolution path until you... No, they ain't evolving. They
no,
ain't getting no
I
smarter.
solved the question of everybody out there who's trying to figure out if we evolved from monkeys. I saved some time. There's a cow over there in Pendleton scratching his face on a guide wire, and then he licks it. So he's not evolving.
Not smart.
He is figuring stuff out,
Not an intelligent being.
but he's also going to die soon because that's going to electrocute him, I bet.
Well, I was always afraid of that as a child. I would never touch the guide wires, even with
Yep.
the plastic covers on them.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't touch it because I'm like, nah, that'll electrocute me.
Yeah. Shock you. Shocking how electric they are.
Well, see, and that I did. I never touched them. Then I touched it the first time. I was like,
Nothing happened.
And look what it did to
it
my
did.
hand.
Yeah, you touch it with that hand.
See what happens?
Don't touch them, kids. Don't do it. What if
The only other thing, he could have been scratching his butt, then turned around and licked it. I mean, that'd
Yeah.
be-
That would have made him a little.
would've
That would have been a little
That
less
would have
intelligent.
been regression.
Yeah.
You're
What would that be?
devolving.
Devolution?
De-evolution, I guess.
Yeah.
Unevolution.
Devolution.
I don't know.
Dirty devil cow.
Well, hey, this is
Yeah,
Peter
most
out.
animals aren't real.
Devolved. Most.
No.
That's what I thought. Most animals weren't real.
I thought they were like government drones, like pigeons.
I thought they were made up.
What do you think about pigeons, Earl?
Don't like them.
Yeah. I
I'm
think
the
they're
same.
spies from the government.
Used to shoot them with a pellet gun until the police caught me.
Oh,
They was not happy with me.
So,
Really?
so your
Why?
criminal record goes back to when you was a little boy.
It wasn't pigeon
Back further than
season.
that.
Oh my God!
I ain't
What did they say to you?
Again, I hadn't checked on the statute of limitations on it yet either, so I ain't sure if I'm still in the clear or not.
Well, for God's sakes, if all these elites in Hollywood can get away with being the type of people they are, pedophiles. If somebody comes after you for shooting a pigeon 40 years ago.
So what was you on the back porch and police pull up and say, "Hey, little boy, you shooting pigeons?"
Hell no, I was downtown at the underpass.
Oh no!
You was walking down Main Street shooting them. That's probably why they had an issue with it.
I don't think the pigeons was the problem.
It wasn't putting the pigeon out of the damn
little boy,
sky.
you can't carry around 22 rifles shooting pigeons downtown Westminster.
Looks like a
well,
gun.
that's where the pigeons are.
They had no problem with it until they saw that bag of bird feed on his backpack he kept throwing out. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
I would shoot the pigeons down in the woods, but that ain't where they are. They're over here in town.
They're over here in town trying to learn our secrets.
That's right.
That's where you got to go, where the game is. But they wasn't happy with me at all.
Well, we got to get out of here. I got to go shoot some pigeons.